Good morning and welcome to Lavender Life Yoga. Today we're thinking about being travellers on a cosmic journey. This is inspired by Deepak Chopra. And it's coming into thinking about how our existence is so transient in nature. Everything's constantly moving, lightning, births, deaths, movements, jobs, chores, everything that we have to do. Because everything is so movement, so transient, that we need to be really present in our moments. So I want you to, just before you get ready to sit down to yoga, we're going to be using our shoulders today. So if you have a yoga belt, or I've just grabbed a tea towel, something so you don't have to worry too much about meeting the hands together. You can focus in on the movement its actual self. So I won't start just for a moment, just in case you want to quickly go and get a bit of fabric or a yoga belt. But otherwise, just find yourself in a comfortable position, however that might be for you. Take a moment to close your eyes, roll your shoulders, and relax the jaw from side to side. Everyone's ready? Once again, find yourself in your comfortable seat. Start to do a little body check-in. Where are you feeling good today? Where have you got those little niggles? As you find those little niggles where you're not quite comfortable, where you've not quite got peace in your body, as you take a deep inhale, I want you to feel like you're sending the breath down to that area, to the jaw, to your ankles, your knees, your hip. Really breathing deeply, taking the air all the way down to the bottom, and send the energy out to where your body needs it. Don't think you need to remain completely still. If you need to move, adjust, wriggle, change position slightly, all normal. Nothing in nature remains still, neither should we. It's our time to honour ourselves and our bodies with our breath. Feel your shoulder blades coming down the back, releasing the tension. Imagine you're filling your lungs up from the bottom, out to the middle, up to the top, before exhaling. When you feel ready, I want you to gently count your inhale, how long it takes you to inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to count it one count extra. So you lengthen the exhale that bit more than the inhale. And then return back to a more natural breath pattern. Keep that deepening, feeling of richness in the body. Next time you exhale, drop your chin down to your chest, keeping that length in the spine. Inhale, chin to shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, chin to shoulder. Really easing into that neck. Find you want to stay at one and take your hand, just gently place it on the side of the head. Send the other hand down to the ground or even behind the back, just to stretch out those scalings a little bit more. Ready, exhale to center. Inhale the opposite way. Again, place the hand, don't yell, don't stretch it, don't yank it. Treating your body pleasure here today. Exhale, chin to center. Inhale, coming up. Taking hold of your yoga belt with your tea towel. Inhale, lift up the arms. And try stretching it backwards. Now here you don't really want to be doing exactly the same as me. Your body's got its movements. I often call this shoulder flossing. Getting into all those angles of the shoulder. Finding out where it needs to go, where your shoulders need to move. Remember, they've got that lovely ball socket joint. So where I'm feeling my shoulders today, this week won't be where you are. Really just experiment. If you want to just stick with inhaling up, stretch, down, or come into the more dynamic movement. Really finding out where your body needs it. We're going to keep that inhale and exhale going. Hopefully this should start feeling good. Loosening up those shoulders. Let's do a little bit of shoulder work today. Hopefully opening up our chest, allowing the breath to come in, and hopefully releasing the tension that often comes into this area. Feel a little bit looser, feel free to pop your belt to the side. I'm going to warm up the hips a little bit next. So I'm stretching out the legs in front of you. Give your legs a little bit of a wriggle, particularly if you've had your legs crossed for a while. The blood circulation needs to come back into it. And when you feel ready, I want you to cross one leg over. I'm going to take my hand around my foot and I'm just going to do those ankle rolls. Again, this can go in any direction you want. Point, flex the foot as you need. And next, I want you to take your thumbs. I want you to just press it into your foot, into the arch, coming between those toes. A little bit of self-love coming into the body. And you deserve this. And close your eyes and inhale. So thumbs and fingers can get some pressure release into that foot. It hopefully should feel really nice. And then when you're ready, picking up the foot and the knee, gently rocking into that hip joint. Again, where your flexibility is, that's up to your body. Just opening up that hip joint. That nice little lock. Nice way to easily get the body into yoga and into this movement. You feel like you can just give that foot a little bit of a shake or placing it down. And we'll do the same on the other side. Take that time, ankle circles. Pointing, flexing. And then coming into the massage, rubbing your thumbs into that archway between the toes. That nice little bit of nourishment. A little bit of comfort. Inhale and when you feel ready, picking up the leg, just rocking into that hip. Nice kick from my legs. Just really opening up that hip joint. Pop the legs back down. We'll come into a nice little spinal twist. Again, I always find this more comfortable. I'm always sat on a block, but you may be more comfortable on the floor. And I'm going to pick up my right leg and I'm going to cross it over my left. I'm going to hug around my knee with both hands. I'm going to inhale, get that height in the spine. And I'm going to take my left arm around my right knee. As I lift up, I'm going to start twisting towards the bent knee. We come into a nice gentle twist. We twist from the waist, chest, shoulders, and then the neck. You can use the hand on the floor behind you to give you a little bit of height, and the hand on the knee to pull and twist a little deeper. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. If we're ready, lift and come back to center. Changing the legs around. Inhale, lift up. Right hand to the left knee. Twist waist, chest, shoulders, neck and head. Use the hand behind you for the height. Inhale, exhale, twist. Ready, lifting up and returning back. We're going to do a nice seated cat-cow. So cross your hands over. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, arch. You can really pull on those knees, stretching into those shoulders. Arching out that back. Moving with your breath, not trying to move in time with the video. You can close your eyes. Really feel yourself in your body. If you're comfortable, you can cross the arms over the other way and carry on with the movement. That stretch in the shoulders will feel slightly different. Lovely. Release the arms, bring up the legs, feet flat on the floor. And we're just going to do a restorative back stretch here. This is really good for the lower back. I'm actually going to come off my block here so I can come a bit deeper into it. I'm going to hug my arms around my knees, arch forward. I'm just trying to round out that lower back. And this is a nice one. You want to stay here for quite a few breaths because that's when the back starts to release. Good for the shoulders, good for the lower back. Lovely. When you feel ready, easily come. Now the next movement we're going to come into, I'm going to be spending a bit of time on my knees. If you're not so comfortable on your knees, either feel free to get a cushion or do this in a seated position or come up to a chair. I really want you to be comfortable. We're going to be here for a few minutes. Okay? So I'm going to be coming up on my knees. And then I'm going to be coming up, lifting up. So I'm in a nice tall position with my hips over my knees. Knees can be separated. Now, this is my area which I have the least amount of flexibility. So it's the area I really do need to work on. I'm going to place my hands over my chest. As I inhale, I'm going to try and lift up my heart into my hands. So it may not look like much on the video, but to me, I can really feel this. I can feel my lower back easing, shoulders back and down. Just bringing the heart up into the hands. Feeling quite comfortable, you can place your hands, they face downwards on that lower back. They add a little bit of extra warmth. Get the shoulders back and down. Again, it may not look like much to you on the screen, but to me, I can definitely feel those lower back starting to ease out for me. So this is my area where I struggle a little bit, where I've had a few injuries. And that's why it takes a little while for me. I have to work with my breath. Inhale. I said why it might be an area of difficulty and lack of flexibility for me. This is where I need to honour my body. Because at times when I've had a bad back, I've not even been able to do this position. It's quite good for me to really come into this. If you are feeling quite flexible, I recommend you tuck your toes under. It brings your heels up a little bit. You can bring your hands back to your heels and again push those hips so they stay over the knee. It comes into a nice quad stretch as well. Try not to throw the head back too much, but lengthen the neck. Inhale and exhale. When you feel ready, come forwards into a nice child's pose. This gives you a nice counter. Let the back relax. If you're ready, coming back up. I'm going to stay in a kneeling position here, but again, feel free to move to a chair or to a seated position if you want to reduce the pressure on the knees. I'm going to turn around now so you can see what I'm going to be doing with my back. Hopefully you'll still be able to hear me. So I'm going to be rolling my shoulders nicely back. I'm going to work on my shoulders a little bit more. I can take the belt between my hands. I can stretch it back. So I can get that nice upward stretch. You can do this without the belt, by having the hands clasped, and it really doesn't matter which direction you're coming into this for. Really work on lifting up, shoulder blades back and down, feeling that pressure. Doesn't really matter how you're holding the belt. Or if you're holding the hands clasped, stretching out the hands back and down. As long as it's feeling good for you. And again, you can rotate those shoulders forwards and backwards. If you're feeling comfortable, you can start holding hands, bending the arms, holding hands, or even working your way up towards the elbows. Again, I want you to breathe in deeply, bring those shoulder blades down. You can bring in a slight back bend here as well, so you're arching around the arms. It should feel quite nice in both areas. If you're feeling happy, always try it in the opposite position to make sure the body is well balanced. Inhale, exhale. Or if you're feeling really comfortable, you can start coming to reverse prayer. So place the hands, the pinkies are coming into the back, and try and push the hands together. Now where you are with this is okay. I'm not quite doing it myself. It's been a little while since I've done this pose. Roll the shoulders back and down. Lift up the chest. Keep the heart breathing upwards, lifting the heart on the inhale. Put a slight arch. Inhale. Exhale. More inhale, more exhale before we release. And relax. Have a nice little roll. And this time, I'm going to ask you to take your belts in your hand. I'm going to do it in my right hand. Now here it's very tempting to let the elbow push the head forward. I really want you to try and work on keeping the chest open. And then work your hands together. Now, I actually quite like keeping my hands further apart here. I can get them close together. I'm not quite touching myself at the moment. But if I keep them further apart, I can really focus in on pulling up that bottom hand and then pulling down the top. And I work with my breath here, trying to keep my back nice and tall. Inhale, exhale. One more inhale, one more exhale. And then we're going to repeat on the other side. Finding where the belt is. Inhale and exhale. You might prefer to work the hands together. Work your hands closer so you've got that double stretch and work on bringing the shoulders back and around. But really listen to your body, listen to what your shoulders want you to do today. And when you're ready, release. Lovely. We're going to come forwards now into our tabletop position. We'll do a few cat-cows here to really loosen off that lower back. For a more dynamic cat-cow. Bringing the hands below the shoulders, knees below the hips. Core strong, tuck your toes under. We're going to come up through to downward dog. Inhale, lift up the knees. Exhale, push back. And here I want you to pedal out your heels. And shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Push back. Feel the weight coming towards the heels and away from the hands. And when you feel ready, slowly walk your feet up towards your hands, knees nice and generously bent. We're going to come into the gorilla pose here, so let your head hang heavy. Take hold of the elbows and rock. And then when you feel ready, I want you to put your hands so the big toe comes into the palm of each hand. Now do be careful here, don't do it into a roly-poly. And when you want to press into those toes, into those palms, really push back and you should get a lovely stretch over those shoulders. Relax, bend the knees, then straighten, that lovely stretch. Relax, one more. And when you're ready, release your hands. Your head's been down for a few moments, so very, very slowly. Don't rush. Coming up to the back. Took a moment, I've probably got a bright red face there. Now we're coming into a little bit of a twist, a little bit of a pose. You'll know what's coming. I'm going to bring, so we'll do a bit of chair first. Okay, change my mind. We can do that. Roll the shoulders back and down and hold a tray in your hand. Okay, if you want to be all corey, you can always grab an elastic band, one of those TheraBands, and hold it, and that can help engage the core that little bit more. For some reason, by tensing out the arms, the core goes. It can work. So either with a band or just with your hands, core, lift up the pelvic floor. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, lift the heels. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, down. It doesn't really matter which part you're doing, as long as you're alternating inhale and exhale, it doesn't matter which way around you're going with it. From here you can reverse it, coming up onto the toes, knees bent, heels down, back to stand. One more. And relax. Before you have that little bit of wriggle, we'll come into the chair twist. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, sit down in your bar stool. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, twist. Inhale and open. That's again, nice deep twist into that lower back. Back and up. Roll the shoulders once more. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, perch on the bar stool. Inhale, hands to heart. Twist the exhale. Inhale, open. Lovely. And come back. Now, feel free Grab a chunky book or one of your blocks. Always helps with the balance. Okay, we're going to come into a nice twist or eagle. When you feel ready, not sure which way around this goes for you, I'm going to take my left leg over my right and onto that block. I'm going to take a nice little bit of a twist, okay? I'm going to pick up my right arm, put it into wave, and I'm going to take my left arm around. Now again, this really comes into where your arm and shoulder flexibility is, or where you just are feeling it today. Working it round, you can always try and work to get the hands back to back or round. You lift up those elbows, sink down with the knee. Always take a thumb to your third eye. Inhale, exhale. Lower the arms, release, and deep wrestle. Give yourself a nice little wriggle. Stop your block around the other side. I nearly did that coolly with my feet. Roll your shoulders back. Find your center. Remember, each moment passes. So try and live each moment in this position, knowing that the next moment it might change. Bending your knees, taking your right leg over your left, onto your block. Up your left arm, wave, and take the right arm under into the back. Working your way around into the twist where you feel comfortable. Lift up the elbows, bend the knees, take a thumb to your third eye. Inhale and exhale. In a moment. When you're ready, deep breaths. Give yourself a little bit of a shake. Bring the blood flow back. Inhale, take the arms out wide. Exhale, forward fold, knees bent. Inhale, back up to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the floor. Take the knees back. Gently. Working your way to lie down flat. Hopefully the shoulders are feeling a little bit more relaxed and stretched out, and that lower back's had a nice good stretch as well. So take your moment to inhale and exhale. No rushing. Slowing the breath. The next time you exhale, drop the knees over to one side. Let the head fall to the other. Nice passive stretch. Let your body relax into it. Ready, inhaling up the knees. And exhale to the other side. bringing up the knees on the inhale, lifting them up. We'll do once more to each side. If you wish to take a variant on this, feel free. Breathe in. Let the body relax and do what it needs to do. Finish your variant. Inhale up the knees and come to the final twist. When you're ready, release and come back into your Shavasana. Whatever that position might look for you. The body lies still. The energy coming in through the inhale and tension releasing out into the earth on the exhale. The earth can take all the tension away, allowing you to be in your moment. I'm going to play the bowls so you hear the vibrations, and I'm going to start our meditation. We are travelers on a cosmic journey. Stardust, swirling and dancing in the eddies and whirlpools of the infinite world. Life is eternal. The expressions of life are ephemeral, momentary, and transient. The founder of Buddhism once said, "This existence of ours is as transient as autumn clouds. To watch the birth and death of beings is like the looking at the movements of a dance. A lifetime is like a flash of lightning in the sky, rushing like a torrent down a steep mountain. We have stopped for a moment to encounter each other, to meet, to love, and to share. To meet, to love, and to share. This is a precious moment. It is transient. It is a little parenthesis in eternity. If we share with caring, light-heartedness and love, we will be able to create abundance and joy for each other. And if we have light-heartedness and love, abundance and joy, then this moment, your moment, will be worthwhile. For what is life is the flash of a firefly in the night, the breath of a buffalo in the wintertime, the little shadow which runs across the grass and loses itself in the sunset. Crowfoot to Native American. So as you relax, taking your breath, feel any tensions relaxing into the earth. Consider how to make your moments precious, how to love, how to share, how to care, and how to become light-hearted. All these things will create abundance and joy in our lives and in the lives of others.